Hey, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I am your host, Scott Farrell. Welcome back to another episode of What's Your Problem? If you're just finding me for the first time, thanks for joining in. If you've been a lifelong subscriber, which lifelong would mean within the last year for me in this channel, again, thank you. So go to that subscribe button, wherever it is on your computer or phone and hit subscribe. Okay. So you can stay updated on the content. Now, I want to clear up something because people go, "You're not a counselor." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not my degree. I do behavior, and my specialty during my career, I've since left that career, was abnormal behavior or behavior disorders or whatever you want to call them now in the nomenclature. But today I just do this for fun. I used to do this on the radio, and now I do it via podcast. So today's topic, let's go ahead and get to that. It's, can a person change, or can I change, or can she change, or can he change? And always, normally, it drives my wife batty, but I do this is, you give me a question, I ask you a question, right? All right, so the answer is yes, no, maybe. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Yes, they could, maybe no, they can't. The key is people normally change for one of two reasons. Normally, right? Pleasure or pain. The pain's too great, so I got to change. Or receiving this item, or the pleasure of receiving this item, or the change, or whatever I've got to go through, it's worth it. Okay, that's normally, if you take a Psych 101 class, that's normally what they're going to tell you. Now, the key is, and I always ask this if somebody else, I normally get, it's not the person asking me the question that wants to change. Normally, it's I'm married to, I'm dating, my child, my coworker, my cousin, my grandma, whoever it is. Can they change? And the answer is always yes, no, maybe. Do they want to? That's the number one question you always have to ask yourself if you want to change or someone else. Do they want to change? If they don't want to change, this discussion's over. But if they do want to change, all right, so now let's go through how to change. Now we've established yes, they do. Remember, if it's maybe or no, we're done. You might as well just turn this video off. It's not going to do any good. But if they do, let's go through the steps. Okay, I want to change. Let's use me as an example. I had to change as a person, and I'd gone through college, and I realized that in my relationships, the one constant of the relationships ending was who? Yeah. Got to look in the mirror. The mirror is always going to be your friend because the mirror is going to tell you who's messing things up normally, 99% of the time. You're some facet of that problem. So I had to look and go, okay, all right, if I'm messing relationships up, who are the experts to let me know what's going on? Oh, it'd be people I've dated or people that knew me. So I took a legal pad and went and visited them, as painful as it was. And I think the legal pad was the stick of things I probably needed to work on. I took them as the experts. Okay, all right, so y'all have seen my observable behaviors. All right, let's change them. All right, you said this was wrong. Okay, I'm going to take that as true. And then I'm going to go and change them. All right, so I wrote them down, drew a line down the side, and said, all right, this behavior bad, this behavior completes that and makes it better. All right, now once I did that, I had to sit and go, all right, what do I want my future to look like? All right, so that's the next thing. You've got to go, okay, this is wrong. This is not getting me the results I want. Oh, I better decide what I do want. All right, so what do I want? What do I want the future to look like? And thank goodness I did this over 25 years ago. Actually, it's longer than that. And I said, all right, what's the future going to look like? What do I want? What do I want professionally, socially, emotionally, professionally, spiritually? What do I want this to look like? So if I'm going to change, I got to have a reason. And if I'm going to change with a reason, I got to know what that reason looks like. And I got to know what my future is going to look like, or my change is not going to take. It's no different than losing weight. Now, a lot of people talk about it about January, by about March, April, they've quit the journey. So they didn't really know why they wanted to lose weight, what it looked like, what it tasted like, what it felt like, so they didn't do it. Same thing with jobs, people, relationships, moving, whatever it is. So I had to see in detail what the future looked like, and I had to be honest about it. I always have to be honest with myself. If I can't be honest with me, I'm not going to be honest with you, right? So I had to be honest evaluating that and honest with what I really wanted in the future. Then I have to go, okay, why am I repeating these behaviors? All right, I know what they are. I know what I want this to look like, so why am I repeating them? Well, that's human programming. That's what I teach. We learn a set of behaviors, a set of habits from 0 to 7. That's where it comes from. There's a bunch of people on the internet right now, especially on YouTube, teaching this, but it's true. From 0 to 7, we're in theta waves, which is hypnosis, and we receive from the external world, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, babysitter, whoever it is, an ingrained set of performance, where we eat, how we talk, our accent, what language we speak, our beliefs, whatever it is, from 0 to 7, and it follows us for the rest of our lives until we change that program. All right, so then I had to sit and go, okay, all right, programming is an issue. Let me look at mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, my aunts and uncles, everybody that was around me from 0 to 7. All right, what are their characteristics? What are their habitual things that they do? What are things that our family does? All right, does this fit into my category? So I put mom, dad, really, and then me. All right, wrote out all the behaviors. So, got all those. Don't want to change that. Because I was being honest. I wasn't picking on my parents. I was just looking at, okay, if mom and dad did it, grandma and grandpa did it, my aunts and uncles did it, I think I'm probably going to do it too. So I said, evaluated, okay, all right, so how does this behavior line up with the future I just said I wanted? Oh, it doesn't. Gotta go. There was a lot of gotta go. I didn't see a lot of could stay. Okay, that was honest. So then I had to say, okay, that door's closing. I've decided to have a different door open, a new future, a different trajectory of my life, and I know exactly what I want. So I got to start to speak it, because remember, speech is for creation, not communication. Again, just look on the internet. If I'm not saying something everybody else hasn't said, right? It's not like Eureka. I've never heard that. If you've been to a professional seminar, if you've been to a motivational speaker, you've heard a pastor, you've heard that. Even though we hear it and hear it and hear it, why don't we do it? Why don't we believe it? We act like what we say has no bearing on our future. We act like whatever we say doesn't have to come true. Well, but it does. Whatever we think, whatever we feel, whatever we speak must materialize in the natural. We must see it. So then I had to start speaking the exact future I wanted. The exact future that God had planned for me. Thank goodness, figured that one out. Now I had to speak it, and 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 I had to speak it. I had to feel it, I had to think it, I had to feel it, and think it, and speak it. See where I'm going with this? I had to repetitiously do this. And then guess what? It happened. Keep this in mind. You will get exactly what you speak. You will get what you feel. You will get what you feel about you. That's why you've got to look on the inside and go, am I seeing me the way God sees me, or am I seeing me the way the past sees me? Because you can't change, one, until you decide, but two, you have to decide what's got to change about you, not the external. You got to be internal. Anytime something comes up, you always have to look on the inside, not externally, because you play a huge part in whatever's going on. So be honest. Evaluate the situation honestly and your part in that situation, and then make a desired list, and then make a behavioral list, and then make the outcome list. Now, I like lists, as you can tell. Or you can put it in a spreadsheet. My wife says I'm a spreadsheet nut. Probably am, but I like spreadsheets. I like to be able to see things as they play out. But again, this is just yes, no, maybe. All right, so can somebody change? I don't know. Yes, no, maybe. You've heard my idea on this. Now, this is not a seminar. I do seminars on this, to where I'll spend an 8-hour seminar teaching you how to do this. And I do this for my private clients. But for our time together, I want to give you as much information as I can so you can go ahead and go, okay, let me start this now. Because anything that I talk about on this channel, I want to make sure that you can take immediately and then go do something about it. And if you have to contact me, just send me an email. ScottFerrell.com is my website, ScottFerrell.com. If you feel the need to contact me, or if you need more help, just let me know. But hopefully this will help you. Hopefully it'll help you stop trying to change other people, because you can't. Unless they're a baby, you're not going to change them. That's a diaper, if you got that joke. But outside of that, you can't change anybody, but you can change you. And you can change how you react to you and the other people within the sphere of your influence, and that you can change. All right. Thanks so much for dropping by, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.